What's up, cool cats and kittens? Glad that you're along with us tonight. Welcome to the Hockey Podcast Network's YouTube channel. Live watch along tonight as the Washington Capitals take on the Montreal Canadiens. I'm Bob Matthews. I'm going to be with you throughout the game. Glad to have you along. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and drop us a like on the game, will you? Also, if you want to comment, drop a comment here in our comment page, and we'll get it on the screen for you. And as always, I'm glad to see that Front Row is one of the first in the house tonight. Front, hopefully Jacob will join us in a little while. I'm assuming by now, at least, he's off restriction. All right. Some news as we start things as far as the Capitals go. Alex Ovechkin is not in the lineup tonight. He is going to be replaced by Northern Virginia native Joe Snively on the top line. If you can imagine that. Growing up in Northern Virginia, being a Capitals fan your entire life, playing for the Caps youth team, and now here you are. Not only have you made it up to the big club, and Snively's been up and down a couple of times, but you've also got a situation where he is taking the place of a guy he grew up watching. Yeah, that's definitely something. I'll get you the lineups here in just a second. Some other news today as well. The Canadiens are playing their first game with their new interim coach, Martin St. Louis, who took the place of Dominique Duchesne earlier today, as the Canadiens announced that Duchesne has been fired. This for a team, they're struggling without Carey Price in there, and they are the worst team in hockey this year, record-wise, after having gone to the Stanley Cup Finals last year in the bubble. So it ought to be an interesting game from that standpoint, the standpoint of what happens here with the Canadiens. Do they come out with their hair on fire, or is it an ass-kicking in favor of the Capitals? For the Caps, you really got to hope that they do not come out with their hair on fire, because this is a game, even yesterday, and certainly the day before, they're looking at it as, okay, we're going to get this one. This one is a get-right game for us. Let me go ahead and get the sharing means caring stuff up here so we can take a look at the lineups for you and get you everywhere. Where did our lineups go? Hang on one second. We'll have them here for you. There we go. Now all we got to do is hit the share button, and we are going to get them to you here in 1 second. As I said, Joe Snively is on the top line, along with Evgeny Kuznetsov and Tom Wilson. Then it is Daniel Sprong, Nicholas Backstrom, and Connor Sheary on line number 2. Hang on, I get it up here for you in just 1 second. All right, we're going to add it to the stream. Hang on 1 sec here. I wished I had music to play under this. You know what I mean? One more time here on this. Share the screen. How about a window? How about some lineups? Here we go. All right. There are lineups for you. Let me go back and start with line number 1. Snively, Kuznetsov, Wilson with Carlson and Ferivari. Ilya Samsonov is in goal tonight for the Caps. Michael Lehkonen, Nick Suzuki, Tyler Toffoli for the Canadiens. Romanov and Chariot on the first defensive pairing for them. There's the second line, Sprong, Backstrom, and Sheary with Orloff and Jensen. Mike Hoffman, Jonathan Dauphin, and Brendan Gallagher on the second line for the Canadiens. Kolchak, Petrie are your second pairings there on the defense. Then it is Red Picklick, Jake Evans, Josh Anderson with Clegg and Weidman, your third defensive pairings. The Hathaway, Dowd, Hagelin line once again this game is playing as the third line with Justin Schultz and Trevor Van Riemsdyk. And then your fourth line is Brett Leeson and Connor McMichael. Lars Eller is your veteran center there on the fourth line. Interesting having Eller moving down to the fourth line. And then Joel Armia, Ryan Poling, and Cole Caulfield, the fourth line for the Canadiens with Caden Primo in goal for the Habs. Again, this is one that the Caps really need to get. They really, really do. So as we get ready for face-off here, you're looking at it. You want to see the Caps get off to a strong start, and Ilya Samsonov really, really, really needs to have a fast start for him as well. FYI, there is no one in the building. I thought they were going to have 500 fans in there, but I'm not seeing anyone as I'm looking there on the at the wide shot there of everything going on, and I'm not seeing anyone there in the stands. So, and what is it? Is it Bell Arena? I think that's the name of it. Hadn't been the same since the Forum has it. I'm just trying to get our scores up here. I'm thinking that they're just being a little slow there on that. While we're waiting for the face-off, we'll get you caught up on the. Oh yeah, Bell Center. Well, we got some predictions coming in here. Hey, Wavy SW, new commenter here, says 7-5. Don't know if he means Caps or Canadians, but let's just go ahead and assume that it's the Caps. All right, we are underway. Face off. It is in the Canadiens' end of the ice right now. 19:43 to go. Nick Dowd with a snapper that does not go in, deflected off of the goal. But the Caps trying to start a little fast here. Again, no Alex Ovechkin tonight because of the fact that his COVID diagnosis means that he is not allowed in the stands. Again, just underway here. And again, if you joined us right after the start, I can tell you that the reason that Ovi is not in is because he is not allowed in Canada because of the COVID diagnosis. This is not an Ogie Oglethorpe situation. All right, Caps on the rush, getting it in on the Canadian side of the ice. Sherry with it in the corner. Well, get comfortable. We are in for a long game here. Just our headroom here. Canadians dig it out, coming across center ice. Yeah, I'm seeing nobody in the stands. So even though the rule in Canada is 500 fans, doesn't look like there's anybody in the Bell Center tonight. All right, Canadians in the Cap side of the ice here. Cap still can't get control of it, and now they do. That is Snively that gets it out to Wilson, and Wilson has it taken away by Kallick. Kallick is Chirac back there. Back to center ice, and we got a whistle. Oh, and Tom Wilson is a little salty early on. Ilya Samsonov, 14-6-3 with a 289 goals against average. Caden Primo, 1-6-1 with a 4.63 GAA. Ergo, this should, be an easy win for the Caps, but nothing has been easy lately. And Jacob, I wished I could argue with you, but The way the Capitals have been playing lately, I really can't. 6-2 Washington. Backstrom with a big game since Ovi didn't come to Montreal. From your mouth to God's ear, bye-bye. I hope that you are right. Just underway, 17:15 left in the first period, no score. Yeah, if you're going to, Craig Laughlin's talking about it. If you're going to go see a hockey game on the road, Montreal is probably the place to do it just from the sheer history of it. Although it's, I don't know, not the same without the Forum. I would have loved to have seen the Canadiens play in the Forum. Les Habitants. Andrew is checking in. I'm doing good, Andrew. Hope you're doing good. Takeaway there by Garnet Hathaway. Dumps it into the corner. Hagelin chasing it. So once again, we're seeing what we've seen the last few games. The Capitals are starting fast. Now let's just see if that translates into some goals early on. All right, Nick down. Snapshot. Blocked. Broken up. I tell you what, this Dowd line for a third liner has been playing well. And now here is a breakaway by the Canadiens and a save by Samsonov. But another defensive breakdown, which is something we've been seeing quite a bit of with the Caps lately. That is not good. That was Toffoli, Tyler Toffoli, the Canadiens' second leading point getter with that steal there. Fewest scores scored per game and most goals allowed by Montreal, which probably means they're going to pitch a 1-0 shutout tonight, the way things have been going for the Caps. All right, Sherratt starts the breakout here for Montreal. Nice puck movement. Snapshot from Anderson, and it goes out of play. Good opportunity there from Josh Anderson, but Samson was able to keep it out. And it was a good play by Dmitry Orlov after getting beaten, or actually, I guess it was Trevor Van Riemsdyk that got beat. So nice move by Dmitry Orlov to keep Toffoli from getting a good shot off there, but still, you really got to minimize those breakdowns there. Scallops, Andrew. Seared scallops. Can I say? All right, Caps, Justin Schultz with a takeaway, little weak shot, rebound, and scores! Hey, how about that? Joe Snively, ladies and gentlemen, his first career NHL goal. Well, all right. Justin Schultz with a nice play in the neutral zone to get control of the puck. His shot doesn't go, but the rebound is right to Snively. He goes top shelf, beating Primo, and the Capitals are on the board with an early 1-0 lead. Okay, let's see if they can build on this tonight. Joe Snively had 2 assists coming into this game for his first 2 NHL points, but this his first NHL goal. That's kind of cool, when you think about it. So a kid from Northern Virginia, he's taking Alex Ovechkin's place in the lineup, and Connor McMichael, as I'm pontificating, puts one past Primo. Hey, here we go. This is what we like to see. Connor McMichael with a rocket past Primo there, and it's 2-0 Washington now. Primo was kind of screened on that by his defenseman, thankfully, and McMichael was able to get it past him. Well, why not? They have been stymied with some really bad luck lately. So 2 goals in 20 seconds for the Caps, and they've got a 2-0 lead. Yeah, welcome to the big chair behind the bench in the NHL, Martin St. Louis, huh? What a way for him to start his NHL coaching career. Garnet Hathaway now on a breakaway and a save by Primo on Hathaway. This Hathaway Dowd Hagen line has been outstanding this year. All right, a little give and go from the Canadiens, but it's calmly wrapped up by Samsonov there. No, you are absolutely right, Barnett. By the way, Barrett, I'm glad you love this show. But yeah, no, Montreal has been playing horribly. I mean, without Carey Price in there, you can understand why. Yep, that's right. Former London Knight, Justin Connor McMichael there. And yeah, Barrett, San Luis just got the job today. He was named head coach today, interim head coach. See if that lasts, huh? I'm sure it will. He's at least through the year. All right, Caps now dump it in. Connor Sheary dumping it into the Canadiens into the ice. Primo flags that one down from Nicholas Backstrom. All right, TV timeout here. 13:50 left in the first period, and the Capitals have a 2-0 lead on the Canadiens as they go to break. Let's go ahead and take a look at your stats here. Eight shots on goal total from both teams here, so it has been active here to start the game. But the big number, of course, Ilya Samsonov, 100%, 3 for 3 on his save opportunities. Habs are out hitting the Caps right now for whatever that is worth, and it's not much. And early on with the faceoffs, it's Washington with a 4-2 lead. As we're waiting for everybody to get back, Isaac checks in. My thoughts on the Washington Commanders. Isaac, I am glad that you asked that question. Yeah, number one, the rollout itself that day on the Today Show was about as awkward as one really would have expected from the Washington football team here over the last few years. Really didn't surprise me. And the name itself, Isaac, meh. It's kind of like a slice of pizza from Sbarro. It's fine. It's fine. It's not offensive. It's safe. It's just fine. Nobody's going to be offended by it. It's almost like it's a blank canvas that's going to be colored in the next few years. And hopefully, if the team starts winning, it's like Brian Mitchell said on his radio show, you could name them the Pink Tulips. If they start winning, it'll be a cool name. So, and everything that's happened today, I don't know if you heard, but the NFL released a statement today, about the whole thing about the Wilkinson report and why it hasn't been released, saying that the NFL, Goodell said that the NFL wanted to release it, but that the data company that has it says that the team is blocking its release. So this is going to get really, really juicy here in the next few weeks. I can guarantee you that. Now, Isaac says he would have stuck with Washington football team. I mean, I couldn't stand Washington football team. I would have, if they wanted to go that way, I'd have gone Washington FC. Honestly, you're still going to have a lot of people calling them the Redskins. You really are. But you just kind of got to give it time. I mean, I remember when this team that we're watching here tonight became an NHL expansion team. Everybody was like, the Washington Capitals, that's hokey, that's stupid, that's a dumb name. And now here we are, into a 40-year run of excellence. And what does the name Capitals stand for? That's one of the most consistent winners in the NHL over the last 40 years. Also, one of the most consistent postseason underachievers. I'll have to mention that, or else Jacob would call me out. But they get it. I thought Warriors was a good name too, but again, too much Native American connotation there. Just after everything that's gone on, they couldn't go with that. I thought they should have gone with Red Wolves, and the reason is that I don't get how this whole trademark thing. I mean, if you're a fan of the Timberwolves, you're not going to buy Timberwolves gear, and you're going to buy what would be Washington Red Wolves gear. No, that makes no sense to me. Same thing with, I guess it's Arkansas State. So we'll get used to it. And again, I think you're going to see a lot of people calling them, still referring to them as the Redskins. Do I think they should have changed the name, Isaac? I don't think they had any choice. And here's the reason why. A couple of things on that. Number one, by the way, the Caps have been on a power play for the last minute and a half, just FYI, as we've gotten sidetracked and gone down the rabbit hole. But here's the thing, Isaac. Words have meaning, and as the Caps have one in front there, and Daniel Sprong had a chance at a shot. It's a really tricky question because slap shot, no, saved by Primo. Honestly, for probably 98% of the population out there, when they hear the name Redskins, they think of the football team. But there is a segment of the American population, and one that was, kind of wronged by the name Redskins, that consider it offensive. So I'm fine with them changing it. Couple of reasons, because people always ask, okay, why not? Why didn't the Chiefs? Why isn't there the same kind of outcry with the Chiefs or the Braves or the Blackhawks and things like that? So, first thing is the origins of those names were never pejoratives for Native Americans. So that's one thing. Florida State Seminoles, same way. It's not a pejorative. And then you've got the original sin of the creation of the name to begin with. You go back to the guy who founded the team and named it George Preston Marshall, who was a virulent racist. I mean, he said he'd have black players on the Redskins when the Harlem Globetrotters had white players. When he died, he started a foundation called the Redskins Foundation, which expressly was created to work against integration. He was a bad guy. So that didn't do you any favors to begin with. Now, you fast forward to 2012 when Dan Snyder, this is heating up again, and Dan Snyder's asked about it. And instead of him saying, I've listened to what some people have said, and you know what we're going to do? I think they have a point in that. I think when you combine the word Redskins with our logo, I can see, that's a problem. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to retire the logo. We will no longer be associated with that logo, because taken together, both of those things create a pejorative image and name. And from now on, all that the word Redskins represents is two words put together, a compound word, the word red and the word skins. That's it. With no more connotations with, Native American imagery. If he had done that, instead of being all Napoleonic and 10 years ago and saying, we're never going to change the name, and you can put that in all caps, and he wasn't so much of an a-hole, I think he could have seized the high ground, and I think it would still be Redskins today. And I mean, there was lots of could have gone back to the old R that they used. He might have even been able to push it and put the feathers on it, but he didn't. And so that's where we are now. So, and yeah, Beast. I mean, when you say make the team, you got to define your premise. I mean, there's all kinds of stories in the history and all that, but I mean, it's like anything else. You have Native Americans, a fairly sizable contingent that are offended by it, and I mean, the bottom line is the name's a pejorative. It is. It's a name. It's a slur, no matter how you look at it. It just is. So, what are you going to do? I mean, it's God knows it's not as bad as some others out there, but it is a pejorative to describe a group of people. Snapshot by Connor McMichael, looking for his second goal of the game, saved by Primo. And those are my thoughts on the Commanders' old name. I would have loved to have seen him go with either Washington. Well, if not the Red Wolves, I would have loved to have seen him go with Washington FC or DCFC. Like a European soccer club. Unfortunately, well, they couldn't do DCFC because of Detroit City FC, which is a professional soccer team in Detroit, which is actually a cool story in and of itself. It's a very, very cool team. I would anybody that if you're into soccer and social justice, Detroit City FC is a very cool organization to follow. So shout out to any of the Northern Guard that might be out there watching it. All right, here we go. So that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing about the name, as far as I'm concerned. All right, whistle away from the play, and we got a penalty coming up. And the Caps are sending somebody to the box here. It's Dmitry Orlov, 2 minutes for interference. Kyle is right. It was the sponsors that threatened to pull out, and mainly FedEx and Budweiser and Pepsi. Kyle, if you could find some actual 500-pound, 7-foot people that are offended by being called giants, then we can talk. There actually are Native Americans that are offended by it. So that is what we call a false equivalent, and a second false equivalent, and a third false equivalent. But thank you for the comments, Kyle. And the fact of the matter is, it is now the Commanders. If anybody out there wants to still refer to them as the Redskins, be my guest. It really makes no difference to me. I think the more important thing is that they find a quarterback in the offseason. Because I'm really tired of driving up there, sitting in the press box every week, saying I drove 3 hours for this. All right, Caps trying to kill a power play here, and they've gotten through the first 40 seconds of it. Here come the Canadiens on the break. I hear you, Kyle. Nothing but love, and and no, I knew you were joking, but you would be amazed at how many people would actually seriously try to make that argument. It's amazing. All right, 50 seconds left on the power play. Hathaway trying to stuff one through for a shorthanded goal, doesn't go. Boy, this Hathaway line is really, really active tonight. Caulfield into the zone, has it blocked by Jensen, taken away. Back to the Canadiens' end of the ice, and that will, for all intents and purposes, kill off this man advantage for Montreal. And Orlov's out of the box, and we're at full strength again. Sherratt with it. Intercepted by Sprong. Sprong tried a feathering pass there to Kuznetsov. Couldn't get it to him. Kuzi loses his stick. And we'll have to get another one. Back behind the goal, Samsonov plays it out. Canadiens dump it in. Backstrom gets it. 2-0 Washington. If you just joined us, 7:23 left in the first period. Back behind the Canadian goal. Suzuki on the go, but he gets tied up by Orlov. Andrew, we are good. I just haven't had a chance to get any of your comments up here. Not much going on tomorrow. Pretty much just work. As for who scored for the Caps, it was Joe Snively with the first goal, and then 20 seconds after him, Connor McMichael to give the Capitals a 2-0 lead here with 6:11 left in the first period. I did not go to the parade, Isaac. Was not able to get up there for it. I'm coming to you from Norfolk, which is in southeast Virginia. We are about 3 hours from D.C., but it's an easy 3-hour ride. So that's how I was born in Northern Virginia. I've been a lifelong Capitals fan. Two nothing for the Caps. All right, McMichael picks it off. Back behind the goal. Shot by Leeson, but broken up. Or chance for Leeson was broken up. Firavari up at the point. Slap shot inside. Rebound, McMichael. No go. Montreal can't clear it. Slap shot, Eller. Saved by Primo. Primo has not been Primo in the first period here. All right, Lars Eller. Back down low to Leeson. Leeson winds it around the boards to Carlson. Carlson dumps it back in. And there's Leeson again. In front, McMichael. No, broken up. Didn't get a shot off. And they will rewind it and change lines. Joel Armia sends one that the Caps intercept here. Back down inside against the boards. I think that was Armia that dug it out. Caulfield through center. Good poke check by Samsonov on Ryan Poehling. Montreal keeps it in. Slapper that is gloved by Samsonov. That was Michael Lakonen with a shot on Sammy that Sammy was able to save. All right, 3:56 left, first period. Caps lead at 2-0 on goals from rookie Joe Snively, who is in for Alex Ovechkin tonight, and Connor McMichael. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here as we are in a break. 10 shots on goal for Washington as opposed to just 6 for the Habs. The Canadiens have blocked 3 shots, and they are out hitting Washington right now 12-7. Montreal's also gone ahead as in the face-off department, winning 9 to the Caps 8. But of course, Caps with the edge in the big statistic, the score. Again, 2-0 Capitals here. And as we come back for the start of, for the end of this first period. All right, we are back, getting ready to take you home for the final 356 of this first period. Kyle, I am a Nats fan, absolutely, and hope we'll, with the universal DH coming back, be interesting to see what that means for Ryan Zimmerman if he comes back and plays for another year. Jacob, I actually looked it up. 3/4 of an inch, typically. I do, Jonathan. I remember when Ovi was drafted. Back then, it was Alexander Ovechkin, not Alex Ovechkin, and really up until 20, going into the 2018 season, there were rumblings that maybe Washington was going to trade Ovi because he hadn't led him to a cup yet, or even to a cup final. That changed, didn't it? And a hell of a ride that was. Sorry. All right. 3:23 left, first period. Caps lead it 2-0. After tonight, Caps' next game is Super Bowl Sunday against the Ottawa Senators. Don't think we'll be doing the watch along that day. I'll be pre-gaming for the Super Bowl at that point. And then it becomes the long descent into the rest of winter and spring without the NFL. All right. Behind the goal there, Caps coming away with it. Connor Sheary up top. Schultz at the blue line. Snapper, easy save by Primo. Montreal can't get it out. Now they do. Jake Evans clears it to center. Caps on the rewind. Sheary looking for somebody. Hands it off to Orlov. Orlov in front, stick to side by Primo. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, Jacob. Forgot there for a second. But as far as deserving it more, I don't know about that now. Expansion team, come on. You got to pay your dues a little bit, youngin'. Got to pay your dues a little bit. And believe me, Caps fans have paid their dues, Jacob, for a long, long time. Stoppage in play. 2-0 Capitals as we come down to the end of the first period here on the Hockey Podcast Network. Mm. Thank you, Jonathan. I was saying that I agree that that Vegas was the best expansion team ever. You know, you had people say, well, you know, the St. Louis Blues also went to the Cup Finals their first year, their expansion season, but the entire Western Conference was an expansion. You know, was full of expansion teams, so you were guaranteed an expansion team going to the Cup Finals that year. And yeah, I remember front watching it. I remember watching it on NBC Washington and watching, you know, Rob Carlin and Finley, JP, and all those guys, you know, doing shots during the parade and all that. It was great. There's nothing like a victory parade live on TV. All right, Canadians trying to get one back here at the end of the first period. We got 135 left. Caps trying to clear it. Can't get it past center ice. Here comes Montreal. Caps clear it out. Canadians rewind. Jeff Petrie through center. Dumps it in. We get a line change, and the Caps bring it out. Tom Wilson has it taken away by Pitnick. Here comes Montreal again. Big save by Samsonov, and a second one there. Romanov snuck in there, had a good chance, but Sammy with a nice save. All right, so we get a face off the Caps end of the ice here. Caps win it. Schultz clears it out. McMichael on the go. As it dumps it off to Eller behind him. Into the corner. Canadians take it away. Schultz tries to keep it in. He's able to do it for a minute. Now the Canadians come away with it. Here comes Hoffman. Hoffman with a shot down. Sammy covers it, and we got a face off. 27.7 seconds left in the first period. All right, Caps dump it into the Canadian side of the ice. Rewind it here, Hathaway. Clearing ahead to center ice. Montreal takes it away. And where is the siren? So, end of the first period. Capitals with 2 goals within 20 seconds from rookie Joe Snively and rookie Connor McMichael gives Washington a 2-0 lead after 1. We will take a break during intermission. Be back with you for the start of the second period. 2-0 Washington here on the Hockey Podcast Network. Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready to start the second period here. Went down, got a little glass of whiskey here. A little bit of Aberlour, single malt scotch. As we are getting ready for the start of the second period, the Nick Dowd line is out there against the Nick Suzuki line. Battle of the Knicks. To start things off here, Caps lead 2-0 after Capitals 14-5-1 when leading after a period this season. Canadiens, it says 119-4 when trailing after the first period. Now, you can take that stat for what it's worth because, after all, Montreal has only won 8 games so far this year. Just a really miserable season for them. Puck to flex out of play, and we'll have a face-off in the Capitals' end of the ice. All right, face-off won by Montreal. Rister gobbled up by Samsonov there from Petrie. All right. Canadiens get it back, dump it into the Washington zone. That's where it is contested along the boards. Connor Sherry gets it out of the air, gets it to John Carlson, center ice now. Nicholas Backstrom dumps it in. Through the zones. Well, I didn't know that, although it makes sense. Caden Primo is the son of former NHLer Keith Primo. All right, makes sense. All right, here we go. Capitals through the neutral zone now. Centering pass for Wilson, and it is deflected out of play, and we got a face-off coming. Sorry, guys, I'm hungry. I figure by now we're all friends. All right, face-off won by the Canadiens and the Caps into the ice. Canadiens on the break. Back behind the goal, controlled by Schultz. Off to Snively and Kuznetsov. Here come the Caps. Got a 3-on-2 for a second. Snively, Rister, glove broke by Primo. Primo didn't know where the puck is. It's in front, and Tom Wilson could not put it through. Primo had no idea where that rebound came out, and he was momentarily lost. Wilson got a stick on it, but wasn't able to get a clean shot on goal. Kuznetsov brings it in, looking for a centering pass, trying to get it to Wilson. No go. And here come the Canadiens the other way. Armedia in the slot, shot blocked out of play, face-off coming. Yeah, not a good turnover by the Capitals. Caulfield was able to kind of walk in and get a clean shot off. Well, after a really shaky start, Caden Primo has settled down, at least for the moment. So let's see if the Caps can get something going here because, and how many times have we seen it this year? A bunch with the Caps. get off to a fast start, fantastic. But then just kind of take your foot off the gas. You let the other team hang around. All of a sudden now, you're a mistake away from this being an entirely new game. All right, McMichael at center ice to Leeson. Leeson back to McMichael. Trapped along the boards, and the Canadiens get it out. Suzuki battling with Faravari all the way back to the goal crease where Samsonov covers it up.
I've got 3 teams as a guess, but this was Montreal a season ago into the Stanley Cup final, losing 5 to Tampa Bay, and now having a historically bad kind of season this time around. Around 104 years in the National Hockey League for the Montreal Canadiens, this has to rank up there with one of the 2 worst seasons together, dates back to 39-40, when they had similar type numbers. So saying the Canadian alum to my left.
All right, Washington brings it through the blue line. Hagelin shot and scores! Carl Hagelin beating Primo top shelf right over his catching glove there, and it is 3-0 Washington now. Wow, that one came out of nowhere. I mean, that was a really rough angle there. How that went in, I have no idea. But Hagelin finds the net. It's about time the Caps, kind of have some pucks start falling for them. I mean, I don't know how you stop something like that if you're Caden Primo. All right, that's Hagelin's 3rd goal of the season. Again, that Hagelin line been really, really active here. Hagelin, Dowd, Hathaway been really active and playing a really, really good game. Centering pass blocked by Samsonov, save, and the Canadiens get one back. Was that Josh Anderson? You can chalk that one up to bad defense right there. Canadiens get a 3-on-2 going, and who was that? Was that Lankinen that? No, it was Pitnick's line. So, and I think that was Pitnick that. Yeah, it was Brett Pitlick that beat the defense, and then he was the guy that got the rebound and put it in. So very quickly, 3-1 now. Capitals lead Montreal. Takeaway by Kuznetsov in the neutral zone. Leaves it along the boards for Wilson. Wilson gets it taken away. Now we got a sprint to the puck. Wilson will win it. Over to Justin Schultz. And we got an offsides. Schultz was trying to get it to Kuznetsov, but there was an offsides. Kuzzy's pleading his case. They're saying, "What? It was not offsides. I was not offsides. I had skate on line. Puck, skate, stick, no offsides." The referee sees it differently. Face off won by the Canadiens. For Pitlick, that was his 9th goal of the year, an assist by Anderson and Clegg. Or more precisely, probably Clajoui. Canadiens trying to bring it back in again, this time broken up by Schultz. Along the boards, Wilson's there along with Brett Kallick. Bounce loose to Lehkonen. Schultz off to Kuznetsov. Long pass for Snively. Snively past the blue line. Nice move. Shot. Scores! Joe Snively, the rookie from Northern Virginia, his second goal of the game, second career goal, and Washington leads it 4-1 now. All good. I see you there. Sorry about that. But Joe Snively with a really nice play there. And we have got a goalie change for the Canadiens. Samuel Montembleu, a third-round draft pick in 2015, has taken Primo's place in goal. Well, credit Peter Laviolette. He made the right move tonight, inserting Joe Snively in the lineup. And you're welcome, Canadiens fan. Washington looking for more here at the 14:09 mark. Chirac plays it down low. Snapshot. Saved by Samsonov. Another save by Sammy. Chariot has it, lost it. Orlov now. On over to Jensen. And down behind the Canadiens' goal, and they take it over. Chip towards the goal. Sammy clears it out. And here come the Caps. Carlson comes away with it, sends it down. Canadiens chase. They get it back the other way. And Sammy has to come way out of the goal to stick that one away from Josh Anderson, or Anderson would have had a breakaway and an easy score. So a little leaky on defense tonight are the Caps, but against Montreal, it hasn't really mattered much as they lead at 4-1. Hagelin down low to Dowd. Van Riemsdyk against the boards, over to Hagelin. Over to Dowd, back to Hagelin. In front, Hathaway. Swing it back to the point. Shot by Orlov, blocked. Still in the Montreal zone. Centering pass for Schultz. Schultz shot, sticked aside by Montembleu. Long wrister, easy save there for Samsonov. And it's out of play. All right, 12:15 left in a pretty active second period. Caps have put two more on the board, including Joe Snively's second goal of the game and of the year and of his career, as it's 4-1 Washington as we take a timeout. And welcome back. We're getting ready to resume the action. 12:35 left in the second period. Capitals with a 4-1 lead. Kind of a game Washington's needed after the way things have been going. Face off in the neutral zone. And the Caps win it. Dmitry Orlov dumps it in. And we got a whistle here with 11:57 left in the second. And it looks like Montreal's going on the power play. We got Nicholas Backstrom going to the box. Cross-checking on Backstrom. I don't know about that one. A little bit of a ticky-tack call there on Toffoli. Nevertheless, Montreal with a power play here. 2 minutes cross-checking on Nicholas Backstrom. Nick Dowd's taking the face-off here for the Caps. Montreal wins it, and they set up the formation here. Toffoli for Suzuki, and the Caps are able to clear it. Oh, nice move. Nice play by Trevor Van Riemsdyk there. Gets the Capitals setting up a short man on man rush there. Short-handed rush. All right. It killed off another couple of minutes. Caps keep it in the Canadian zone here. Garnet Hathaway digging it along the boards. Hathaway doing that work. Doing the dirty work. Lekanen and Suzuki around to the other side. Caps take it away. Garnet Hathaway on the break. Gets it to Connor Sherry. Sherry, shot. Turned away by Montembeault. But again, Caps killing off more of the power play. 45 seconds left now on the power play. Caulfield through center. Shot down back behind the Caps goal and around the boards. 25 seconds left on the power play now. Caulfield up top to Petrie. Petrie, a shot in front. Samsonov, save, rebound, can't clear it. Petrie again, slap shot, goes wide. Caulfield's got the rebound inside, and the Caps are able to clear it. And that will do it for the man advantage for Montreal. Poked away. Caps get it back along the boards. Taken away by Poling. Ended up behind the board. Snively's got it. Backstrom over to Schultz. Schultz starts the breakout. Through center. By the way, if you're keeping track, still no TJ Oshie on the ice for the Caps. All they're saying is upper body injury. Alex Ovechkin not there because he is not allowed into Canada after testing positive for COVID. And Anthony Mantha, who has started skating, still on long-term injured reserve. Don't know when he is coming back yet, but he is back on the ice. Samsonov sticks away a rather weak shot there. And another one. Jensen along the glass. Off the boards through to the Montreal end of the ice. Are we going to have icing? I believe we are. No, we are not. They wave it off. 8:43 left, second period. Now that is going to be icing against the Canadiens. Absolutely gorgeous here in southeastern Virginia front. Absolutely gorgeous. But not as gorgeous as this score with 8:37 left in the second. 4-1 Capitals. All right, face off. Canadiens of the ice, won by Montreal. Caps with it against the glass. Play it down to McMichael. Connor McMichael has a goal tonight. Lars Eller with it along the boards. Taken by Leeson. This is the Caps' fourth line that's out there right now. Leeson gloves it. Shot on goal, covered up by Montaigne Bleu. 8:11 left in the second period. 4-1 Caps over the Canadiens. As we will take a break and be back right after this. Friends, you can build your own ticket plan with a hat-trick pack. Getting free games starting at just $55 per game. See the Capitals in action this season. For more info on how to purchase the hat-trick pack, scan the QR code on your screen or visit watchcaps.com/hat-trick-pack. All right, welcome back. Getting ready to resume the second period here. Caps with a 4-1 lead over Montreal. Right now, Joe Snively is the clubhouse leader for your first star of the game with his the first two goals of his career. Shot by Wilson, saved by Mountain Blue. Caps push it up top. Schultz gets it in. Wilson, and we got a penalty coming up on Montreal. And there's the whistle. Tripping? No, holding, it looks like. Evans, Jake Evans, holding, 2 minutes holding. All right, Caps, I believe this is their second power play of the night. We try to add to this 4-1 lead and really put this thing away here. Off the face-off, won by Montreal. They are going to clear it. And the Caps will rewind and start again. Kuznetsov through center. Around the boards. Tries to get it to Wilson. Through to Carlson. Carlson over to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov centering pass. Sherry. Saved by Mountain Blue. Kuznetsov around the boards again. Backstrom. Sherry in front. Wilson yanks it wide. And the Canadiens clear. Yeah, it was a good passing sequence, although, and a bad takeaway by John Carlson. Shot from the Canadiens and covered up by Samson. Also bails them out of a shorthanded situation. That was a really, really good play by Montreal to take it away. Who was that? Armia with the takeaway. And Sammy bails him out with a nice save. All right, face-off won by the Capitals, and there's 56 seconds left on the man advantage. Canadians pressing it here, keeping the Caps pinned in. And now they will clear it out. Armia forces Schultz back, take a couple of more seconds off it. 40 seconds left on the power play. Eller through center, winds it along the boards. Hathaway along the boards to Sprong. Sprong back out, nobody home, and that clears it down again. And it looks like the Capitals will once again be power play a goal less as their woes continue. Schultz through center, will dump it in, wind it along the boards. Schrock nudges it along the walls. Eller gets it. Eller back up top. Schultz up to looks like Orlov, but it was blocked. Suzuki brings it back the other way. That's going to kill off the power play. Nothing for the Caps on that one. It remains 4-1. All right, play gets stalled down there along the boards. Eller takes it away. Evans with a poke check. Montreal gets it back. Here comes Anderson through center. Anderson, nice move. Shot on goal. Samsonov with the save. Montreal controls the rebound. Working it to the outside. Anderson up top. Anderson to Foley. Shot right on Samsonov. Save, and we have got a penalty. Just over 5 minutes to go in the second period. Caps lead this one 5-4 in the second as we got a timeout on the ice. That help? Some popcorn help. So as we come back, Lars Eller goes to the penalty box. I think that was a slash. .504 left, second period. Caps lead at 4-1. Jensen battling against the boards. Canadians trying to set up their rotation. Caps clear it. And here comes Dowd. Dowd, snapper, just goes wide. Back comes Montreal the other way. Caulfield. Suzuki. Toffoli back up top. Back down to Suzuki. From the point, shot on goal. Saved by Samsonov. 1:10 left on the power play now. Feed down low and a goal. That's Caulfield. Cole Caulfield puts it past Ilya Samsonov, and we got a 4-2 game now with 4:02 left in the second period. Cole Caulfield, a first-round draft pick for the Canadiens, so Montreal going young, and it pays dividends here. Nice pass, a nice shot from the backhand on that one. Nice feed from Suzuki. So Montreal back in the game now. It's 4-2 with 4:02 left in the second. All right, Canadiens bringing it back into the cap zone. Hoffman couldn't get it, intercepted by Sherry. Sherry tries to get it through the neutral zone, cannot, and here comes Montreal. Shot by Montreal, and Samsonov has to make another save. Backstrom through center, on over, a feed pass to Sherry, nobody home, not able to get it. Back comes Evans the other way. Evans, nice move and a great save by Samsonov there. Here come the Caps the other way. Well, they got to tighten up that defense. Really need to tighten up the defense here. It's gotten a little leaky lately. .245 left, second period. Caps still up 4-2. Center ice, Wilson has it, dumps it down. We're going to get a line change. Kulak on the dump in behind the Caps goal. Paling has it. Broken up. Back down the other way. Montreal rewinds. Wilson, taken away by Snively. Snively to Kuznetsov, around the boards to Wilson. Wilson has it, gets it to Snively behind the goal. Up to the point, Van Riemsdyk back down along the behind the goal. Snively again, Snively over to Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk in front. Wilson, Snively. Kulak breaks it up. Wilson takes it away from him. Centering pass, nobody there. Montreal gets it back, and with a line change, they are going to dump it in. All right, Dmitry Orlov now with the puck. Back behind the Canadiens' goal. Jensen has it for the Caps on over to Orlov. 70 seconds left in the second period. Still 4-2 Caps. Orlov with it at center ice. Shoots it on in. Winds it along the glass. 1-on-1. Orlov and a shot from Evans, or Toffoli rather. And Samsonov sticks it aside. 40 seconds left. Caps try to get it out. Montreal intercepts. Carl Hagelin, who has a goal tonight, gets it to Dowd. Dowd, centering pass. Hagelin couldn't handle it. Back comes Gallagher in Montreal. Gallagher beating Orlov and a shot right on that Samsonov saves. Caps getting out skated here a little bit the last 5-6 minutes. Lee Samsonov's made a couple of really good saves here in the second period to keep it at 4-2. Face-off won by Montreal. Canadiens going to try and get a cheap one here right before the end of the period. Caps get it back. Brett Leeson through center ice, but the Canadiens get it back. 6 seconds, 5. That is going to do it for the second period. So the Caps put 2 on the board. Montreal answers with 1. We're pretty much where we were at the start of the second period. Caps with a 2-goal lead, 4-2 at the end of 2. Back with the third period in about 20 minutes. You're watching this live watch-along between the Washington Capitals and the Montreal Canadiens right here on the Hockey Podcast Network. And welcome back. We're getting ready to start the third period here. Caps with a 4-2 lead on the Montreal Canadiens. Thanks to everybody who is chiming in tonight. City Life is back as he always is. And Front Row says hi to him. Beer Sports, hey, how are you? Good to see you. I'm glad you're with us. Tonight. So here we go. The Caps are 20 minutes away from getting a win here, getting off the two-game schneid that they're on right now. By the way, the Caps come in tonight in fourth place in the Metro Division, and they need this win because the Red Wings have managed to pick one up and have closed on the Caps just a little bit. They are 11 points behind Washington for the 7th spot in the Eastern Conference. Washington is 4 ahead of Boston for the 7th seed. Boston right now in the 8th spot in the playoffs here in the Eastern Conference. The Canadiens are in last at 8-30-7. All right, here we go. Caps with it. Montreal gets it back, and they send it into their end of the zone, and they regroup. Centering pass, no go. And so they rewind. Shot in front. Sticked aside by Samsonov. Canadiens get it. A quick wrist shot by Suzuki, but Sammy's able to save it. Good sequence there by Suzuki. So Montreal is going to chase this one, and they put some heat on to start the third period. Slap shot from Chirac. Sticked aside by Samsonov. Carlson has the puck, gets it to Backstrom, and the Caps try to counter here. Montreal coming out fast, as you might expect. They're 2 down here to start the third period, so the Caps have to weather this storm first few minutes of the third. Sprong trying to get loose, can't do it, has to play it against the boards, gets to Backstrom. Backstrom drops it off to Sherry. Sherry winds it along the boards. Carlson backhands it to Backstrom. Backstrom dumps it down behind the net. Canadiens get it back, and here they come again. All the numbers, all the statistical numbers favor Washington here. Through this point of the season, Washington has had the lead after 2 periods in 20 games. They have won 15 of them. They have lost 3 in overtime. They have lost 2 in regulation. However, as we know, lately, it seems like if it can go wrong for the Caps, it does. Puck goes through the Montreal zone and then back down behind the Canadiens' goal. Snively gets to Orlov. Orlov dumps it back down. Centering pass, nobody home. Joe Snively, if you're just joining us, has been the story for the Capitals. Gallagher, wrist shot for the Canadiens, and then Ben Sherratt with a rebound. Sherratt, another shot sticked away by Samsonov. Canadiens really putting some pressure on Sammy now. 3 minutes gone in the third. Lars Eller intercepts a pass, gets it back through center, Caps dump, and they're going to make a line change. Joe Snively has been the story for the Caps so far, the rookie, starting in place of Alex Ovechkin, who because of COVID could not make the trip north of the border. Snively has got the first 2 goals of the season and his NHL career tonight, and probably in line to be the top star of the night. Canadiens on the go again, and we're going to get a penalty. Armino beat Ferravari, and Martin Ferravari had no choice but to trip him. And so Ferravari is going to the box for that. 2 minutes for tripping. Montreal goes on its, I believe, third power play of the night. Cool. Good move, too. So the Canadiens have gotten a couple of really nice, have gotten 3 good chances here, including one that went off of Sammy's mask there here in the third. So Ferravari in the box for 2 minutes for tripping. Montreal 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. They've got 3 shots. Feels like a point where the Canadiens might be able to make this one a 1-goal game here. Samsonov makes his save. Back to Hagelin. Hagelin winds it along the boards, and it is cleared into the Canadiens' end of the ice. 4 minutes gone here in the third period. Still 4-2 Washington. Suzuki through center into the cap zone. Winds it along the boards. To Foley with it now. To Foley, centering pass. To Hoffman. Cross rink. Suzuki now looking for somebody. Gets it back to Hoffman. Caps break it up. Still can't clear it, though. Long wrister that is blocked. And back to center ice. Caps are going to make a change here as Evgeny Kuznetsov brings it back around and back of the goal. Caps clear it. So we have knocked out a minute and a half of this power play. Garnet Hathaway harassing him behind the goal. Wasting a little more time. Through center, back behind the Caps goal. Orlov now has it along the boards. Orlov and Hathaway trying to clear it. Can't get it out of the zone. Gallagher. Petrie. 3 seconds left in the shorthanded situation, so the Caps are going to kill it off. Now they just got to get it out of their zone here. Shot fired in. Samsonov save, rebound. Montreal can't control it, and the Caps clear. Going to be an icing. So the Caps kill off the power play, the 4th power play of the night for Montreal. Some nice saves by Ilya Samsonov. The up and down goaltending is up, again tonight. What the Capitals haven't had all season here is consistency in the cage. Tonight, it's good. Now we'll just see what happens Sunday in Ottawa. And again, don't forget, Ottawa Sunday, again, they'll be without Alex Ovechkin, who can't, of course, come north of the border because he was COVID positive a couple of weeks ago. All right, Backstrom has it, leaves it for Carlson along the boards. Canadiens take it away, and Samsonov covers it up. All right, stoppage of play here. 13:42 left in the third period. We will take a break. Caps leading it 4-2 over Montreal. You're watching this live watch along with the Capitals and Canadiens on the Hockey Podcast Network. Back at the Bell Center, about to get things back underway. Caps lead at 4-2 here with 13:42 left in the third period. All right, Capitals win the face-off. They get it into the Canadiens' end of the ice. Garnet Hathaway trying for a wraparound, or rather, that was Nick Dowd trying for a wraparound, no good. Montreal clears it, and we got a whistle. I think it's an offsides. Face-off won by the Canadiens. They dump it in. Samsonov winds it around the boards. Gets it to John Carlson. Carlson out to Sprong. Sprong gets it to Firavari, and then Carlson, who tries to clear it. And Sprong are on a breakaway. Sprong, and a save by Mountain Blue. Well, Daniel Sprong got behind the defense there, but Mountain Blue was up to it on that one. Yep, times that pass perfectly, but wasn't able to get it past Mountain Blue. But good to see Daniel Sprong with that play. He's been kind of quiet tonight. We haven't called his name a lot. Face-off won by the Caps here. They wind it along the boards. There's Snively trying to drop it to Wilson, picked off by Montreal. Canadiens coming back through the other way. And Carlson forces them back to center. Sherratt, long stretch through the neutral zone there, picked up by Carlson. Capitals bring it back down the ice. Carlson on the dump. Kuznetsov can't get to it. And right back comes Montreal. Lost it. Wilson picks it up. Padelin for Montreal. Weak shot on goal. No problem for Sammy. Wraparound chance on the rebound. No go. Back to center ice. All right, Jensen has it for the Caps. Nick Jensen. To the blue line. Montreal takes it away. Canadiens pretty much are controlling the possession of the puck here in the third period so far, which you kind of figured they would since they're chasing this one down 4-2 here. And we got a delayed penalty coming up, and it'll be against the Caps, I think. Let's see who this is against. Is it against Brett Leeson? And it appears to be. Yep. Brett Leeson for tripping, 2 minutes. And this will be the fifth time that Montreal will be on the man advantage. Yep. Leeson with the trip on Kulak there. Well, the Canadiens are 1 for 4 so far. Power play opportunities to be Nick Dowd and Nick Suzuki taking the faceoff here. Controlled by the Caps. They wind it along the boards. Can't clear it out. They cleared it to center, though. And Montreal will rewind. Canadiens run it around the boards. Shot on goal, easily covered up by Sammy. .45 left in the game. 4-2 Washington right now. Montreal on a power play. They've got another minute and 36 left in it. Brett Leeson is in the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Face-off controlled by Washington. John Carlson behind the goal. He's going to clear it, and it goes all the way down to the other end. And we got a whistle. And we got another penalty coming up. So that's going to wipe out the man advantage. We'll have 4-on-4 for a minute 20, and then the Caps will have a 40-second power play. It's Chris Weidman going to the box for Montreal. So we're 4-on-4 for 80 seconds, and the Caps will have a shortened power play after that. Turnover there on the Canadiens' end of the ice. Caps get it back for a minute, but then the Canadiens take it away. Shot, fanned on, rebound, behind the goal. It was Anderson for Montreal who fanned on that shot. Getting Kuznetsov through center to Justin Schultz. Schultz back to Kuznetsov. Nice move, and Kuzi with a shot and a save on Montembleu. Nice move by Kuznetsov. That's the good Kuzi that we like to see. All right, 25 seconds left on the 4-on-4. After that, the Caps will have a 40-second man advantage. Canadiens get it back from Hagelin. Kulak through center. Drops it off. Caps pick it up. Carlson tries to get to Ferravari. Too hot to handle. Dowd and Tivoli going at it. 4-on-4's over. Caps have a power play for 37 seconds. Carlson rolls it back to Ferravari. The Caps try to break out, maybe get one rush here on this man advantage. Connor Sherry to Wilson. Goes on in behind the goal. Canadiens try to clear it, and it is frozen against the wall. Let's see if they're going to dig it out. Or who, for that matter. Ooh, excuse me. That ought to do it as it's cleared back behind the Caps goal, and that is going to be it for this shortened man advantage. Caps give it away deep in their end. A shot on Samsonov, no goal. Caps come back the other way. Sherry, Wilson tries to get it to Kuznetsov. He overskated the pass. Here comes Montreal the other way. .805 left in the third. 4-2 Washington. Caps clear it back towards Montreal's end. They wave off icing. Evans, shot blocked. Loose puck to the corner. Here they come back the other way. Long drive that Samsonov covers up, and now we're going to get a little extracurricular activity in front of the goal. And we stop play. 7:35 left in the third. 2 goals from rookie Joe Snively has the Caps up 4-2 as we head into the home stretch on the Hockey Podcast Network's live watch along between the Caps and the Montreal Canadiens. All right, we are back. 7:35 left in the third. Caps still with a 4-2 lead here. No goals scored so far in the third period. Face-off, Caps control it. Jensen winds it along the boards. And we got a stoppage here. At this point, it looks like they're just trying to hunker it down defensively and get out of here with a win. So let's see if Washington can close this one out here. Jensen as the Caps win another face-off, and here they come. It's the Hathaway line that is out there again, who has been very, very active and very productive tonight, including a goal from Carl Hagelin, a member of this line. All right. Dowd kicks it out, gets to Hathaway. Hathaway back to Jensen. The wife makes a guest appearance in the background. Through the zone. Jensen clears it again. Here comes the Caps. Odd man rush. Snapshot. Knocked away by Montaigne. Sprong against the glass. Tries to get it to Sherry. Goes through. Handled by Faravari. Rister off of Backstrom deflects behind the goal. Hitler. Centering pass for the Caps. Doesn't go anywhere. Wilson plays it behind the glass. Suzuki trying to get it out. Can't do it. Sprong now, the end of a shift here. Tries to get it. Gets it into the boards in the corner. And here come the Canadiens again. They got him a little 4-on-2 break here, but nice back checking there by Kuznetsov, and he stops the rush. Schultz behind the Caps goal leads the breakout here. 5:43 now left in the third. Loses it in the neutral zone. Weidman has the puck now for Montreal. On over to Sherratt. Sherratt dumps it into the Caps end along the glass. Taken away by Kuznetsov. and then didn't get it cleared. Sherratt gets it in. Jensen tries to clear it out. Again, kept in and on sides. Curl and drag and fires and scores. Pitnick has just made this a 4-3 game now. Or was it Caulfield that got the goal? It was Caulfield. Cole Caulfield, second of the game. And it is 4-3 now, and we've got a dogfight for the last 5:09 of this one. So the Caps are looking, they may challenge this one, saying that it's offsides. We'll have to see. Let's see. And they are going to challenge it. So now, take it for what it's worth. Craig Laughlin on the Caps broadcast is saying that this pass that Toffoli gloved and then put back down was offsides. I guess it's going to depend on where the puck was. I mean, Locker's usually a pretty honest broker on these things. I don't, when if it goes against the Caps, he's more than happy to say it. So let's see what happens here. They are on the call with Toronto. Now, the Caps seem to think that it's offsides. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, they're saying that Locker and Joe B are saying that he's clearly offsides because his skates were behind the line. So, what do you guys think? Was that offsides or not? All right, here comes the official decision. Offsides, no goal. We're back to 4-2. All right. Caps dodge a bullet there. And a good call on the review. So 5:14 left in the game, 4-2 Caps, trying to close the Canadiens out here at the Bell Center. Face-off won by the Caps. Clear it through. Hagelin sends it on down into the Canadiens' end of the ice. Dowd back behind the goal. You got Hathaway and Hagelin down there as well. The Dowd Hathaway Hagelin line has been moved up to the third line tonight, if you just joined us, and getting a lot of ice time here. And making it worth and paying off for Peter Laviolette too, as Carl Hagelin scored one of the Caps' 4 goals tonight. Picklick. Shot whistles wide. Caps try to clear it. Can't do it. Here come the Canadiens again. Going to see a lot of attacking here by Montreal the last 4.5 minutes of this game as they try to at least cut it to 1, and that way they can pull the goalie and try to get a 6-on-5. Romanov shot right to the body of Samsonov. He covers it up. And we got a stoppage on the ice. So 4:03 left in the game. Capitals lead this one 4-2. Take a break, come back, and take you home as the Caps lead it by 2. This live watch along on the Hockey Podcast Network. All right, welcome back. 4:03 to go. Canadians have pulled the goalie, so we got an empty net situation here as the Caps clear it down to Montreal's end. Nowhere close to the goal, however. So Montreal goes 6-on-5. Suzuki in front, centering pass, nobody home. Back behind the goal now. Dowd knocks a guy down, shot, and a great save by Samsonov on Suzuki. So Montreal's got its top line out there right now, +1. Caps just one shot here in the third period. Normally that is not going to get it done. They're probably really damn lucky they're playing the worst team in the league right now. Pile up in front of the goal. Samsonov covers up, and we got a face-off coming. 4-2, 3:13 left in the game. Capitals lead 4-2. Canadians have pulled the goalie. They got a 6-on-5 advantage out there with an empty net. Samsonov with a sprawling shot on Suzuki's slapper there. Sprawling save, rather, on Suzuki's slap shot. Canadians win the draw. Anderson down low. Over 40 shots for Montreal now. Samsonov has stopped all but 2 of them. A lot of zone time here for the Canadians. Rister blocked. Caps trying to close this one out. They're 2:42 away from having that happen. Pass in. Sammy sticks one aside. 2:20 left. Caps. Dmitry Orlov clears it to center ice. That's where Anderson. That's where Jeff Petrie picks it up. We're down to 2 minutes left in the game. Suzuki has it in the corner. Taken away by Faravari. Around the boards, and another save by Sammy. And after that, it looks like Ilya Samsonov is hurt in the goal. Yeah. Caps clear it down, and it looks like we're going to have icing. And Samsonov is down, and we may have a goal change here coming up with 1:32 left in the game. That's not going to be good. Oh, crap. Well, Samsonov is staying in the game here. Petrie, slap shot, saved by Samsonov. 80 seconds left in the game. Caps have it, empty netter. Tom Wilson is going to end this one with an empty net goal. And that makes it 5-2. Credit Evgeny Kuznetsov with the assist on that one. A real nice pass to Wilson, and the easy empty net goal. Now, Andrew, I'm doing absolutely fine as the Capitals have a 5-2 lead with 1:15 left in the game, and Mountain Blue back in the goal. As we're just going to play this one out for the final minute and 15 seconds. Well, Joe Snively, not just 2 goals, but an assist as well. So he picks up 3 points tonight. And if you missed it, Joe Snively is taking Alex Ovechkin's place on the top line because Ovi is not allowed into Canada because he was COVID positive a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully Samsonov is okay, and a couple of days off is going to help because the Capitals have a rather interesting goalie situation right now. If Samsonov has to go on the injured list for any reason, I don't know that Vitek Vanacek is healthy enough to play yet. That would mean that most likely the Caps would start Phoenix Copley on Sunday and quite possibly might have Zach Buchanan backing him up. So the Capitals will be down to their 3rd and 4th goaltenders on the depth chart. Trevor Van Riemsdyk is got it as the Capitals try to run out the last 14 seconds of the game here. Connor McMichael taking it across the blue line. And that is pretty much going to do it. 3-2-1. And the Capitals have beaten Montreal 5-2 to snap a 2-game losing streak. Caps will increase their lead over Detroit for that final playoff spot to 13 points. Ilya Samsonov, a very, very strong outing. We will have to see exactly what the deal is with that lower body injury of his. Probably won't hear anything from Peter Laviolette tonight. Have to see if he's on the ice tomorrow for practice. So the Capitals head on to Ottawa for a Sunday matinee right before the Super Bowl as they get this 5-2 win. Rookie Joe Snively, your number 1 star of the game with 2 goals and an assist. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope you liked it. Remember, if you did, don't forget to subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network's page and drop us a like before you head on out of here. I'm Bob Matthews. We will see you next time right here on the Hockey Podcast Network.